How's it going, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? It's Jeff Fitness, Jonathan Irizarry, back at you again. Yesterday was my birthday, August 29th. Today is the 30th. I'm going to put up this video today, instantly, as soon as I'm done recording this. But I have some good news. Again, now I'm 25. The one thing I look excited for, like, the most now is, like, being able to rent a car and not have to pay, like, extreme amounts of money just to rent a car for a short few days. I remember the last time, whenever I was 22, I went to the Nationals, actually, to go watch NPC Nationals in Florida, and I did rent a car that should have only cost me like maybe $100 for the 5 days that I was there. Ended up costing me somewhere around $500 to $600. And the sorry thing is, I did not even drive it, maybe twice. So, yeah. So one thing I look forward to. Also, the car insurance cost that I pay on a monthly basis as well definitely goes down. At least that's what they tell me. So that's another thing. But anyways, enough of that. I'm 25. Let's see. To compete or not to compete? No. I'm going to wait till next year, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. For some reason, I just really want that Mr. USA title. It just really appeals to me to be Mr. USA. So, you know, my friend Steve Kukla won it a few years back. And now is one of the top pros here, competing at the Olympia here in a few weeks. So, you know, it's like, I want to carry it. I want to bring it back to destination. You know, I just had this discussion last night with my friend Lou. He actually, Mr. Texas, 2014, he came over with me to actually go eat a burger last night. Just randomly texted me. He was like, hey, I'm hungry. I know you're out eating. I'm like, yeah, I actually am. Funny. I just finished watching Guardians of the Galaxy. By the way, a freaking amazing movie, hilarious. I watched it with my sister in IMAX 3D. It was like, wow. I'm like, this is what I've been missing for the last month. But yeah, so I'm just gonna tell a little story about, you know, what had happened or transpired here in the last like 6 weeks or so. I had gone to, you know, to Denmark, Cyprus. I had my European trip, and you know, my Danish trip could have been horrible. I mean, it started off so bad. If you guys would have followed my Facebook posts, you would have seen, like, you know, I got there almost half a day late, like 10 hours late, due to you know, late flights. Obviously, I missed my second leg, so I had to stick, you know, in the airport for a few hours longer. Then they shipped me to another country where I got my iPod stolen and blah blah blah. I got to Denmark and my bag was gone, and I was just completely just frustrated. Like, I honestly, imagine a 250-pound guy just wanting to fucking break down and cry. And that was pretty much how it was. I was just like, wow, like, man, not only did I get here late, I'm exhausted because I hadn't slept in 2 days, and I don't even have a bag. Now I got to go run to the mall to go get some clothes, and it was a mess. It was a mess to begin with, but everything worked out really well. I had an amazing time. I met some awesome people, and that's where we're getting down to now. So I had a discussion with my friend Mark. His name is Mark Cisse. He's over there in Denmark, in Copenhagen, and huge fitness guy out there. I don't know if you guys are ever really familiar with the group of Body Bananas, but it was him and two other of his friends, and they were able to generate, you know, a huge following with a year's time, like over 46,000 on Facebook, which is, you know, just for posting up videos and photos and stuff, and just really being able to hit that market on their own. And so I had this discussion with them, and I decided, I'm like, look, you know, you guys are huge out here. Let's put something together. And so we discussed, you know, doing a seminar. And what do you guys think? You know, for all the surrounding countries around Denmark. So we have Sweden, Norway, Finland, you know, all the Scandinavian countries, Germany as well. That's just south of it. Whatever. Make sure to make some time to be here, because it's gonna be an awesome experience. We're gonna have a lot of information to give. Just on whatever topics you guys want to talk about: nutrition, food, supplementation, you know, form, technique, everything. So what we'd like to do is we're planning a seminar and a workshop, and if possible, if you guys are up for it or wanting to do some one-on-one sessions, we'll also go ahead and offer those as well for you guys. But it's going to be middle of October. Let me know what you guys think. Seminar in Denmark, Copenhagen. I think it's going to be exciting. You guys better make it. If you don't, you're missing out on an awesome opportunity to not only just to meet us out there and you know, work with us, you know, one-on-one, hands-on, but you know, learn from some really, really great people. I'm gonna put the links down to Mark's Facebook down here in the comments description area. Also, where you can look on there where he has his posts. A lot of his posts are in Danish, so if you're on the computer, go ahead and type everything, translate. But the seminar itself will be in English. Obviously, I'm involved. A little bit of Danish, but mostly English because yeah. But I'm just calling you guys out, inviting you guys over. I'll give you guys the exact dates here in a few. This is just the introduction. We're looking about 6 weeks from now, so, but yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Looking forward to this 25th year of life. It's going to be the best one yet, and hopefully we continue to just, you know, progress and grow. Another topic that I wanted to speak on, guys, was someone brought it up to me, and that was whenever you go out to eat with your friends and you know, like you're not packing meals, especially again, if you're participating in flexible dieting, quote unquote, if it fits your macros. I don't really like to go with that term per se, but let's stick with flexible dieting here. The topic again that was brought up to me was, you know, what do you do? How do you fix your meals? Because I mean, listen, we don't always eat a bunch of crap, you know, cookies, Pop-Tarts, Twinkies, whatever. You know, these things are just very, very seldomly eaten. Like, I mean, I don't eat them often. I keep them on hand just because, you know, every once in a while, I don't mind popping one out and throwing one down. I really don't. And neither should you. And that's the whole point. But when you go out to eat, you know, you make the suggestions that you normally would if you were to cook at home. You can do the best that you possibly can when you go to a restaurant. For example, my friend, he goes to Mi Cocina. You know, we have Mi Cocinas everywhere around here. And what he tends to do, not only does he save money this way, but what he does is, you know, he offers off of the side menu. They give you a chicken breast with a cup of Spanish rice, and we transfer the salad over for a little bit of pico de gallo, which I mean is like salsa with no calories. You get a grilled chicken breast, which is probably roughly 6 to 8 ounces, with a cup of rice and some salsa, and you can order some extra salsa, which has 5 to 10 calories a serving, almost nothing, and you have a complete meal right then and there. That's one thing that you can do. You know, typically if I go out to eat, I love to either go to sushi or to steakhouses. Steakhouses make it almost so easy for you to really just get it the way you want. You know, whenever I order my steak, I honestly love the steak for what it is. So I like to order mine medium rare. I like it bloody. I mean, not rare, but medium rare, okay? But when I tell them to make it, I tell them no butters, no oils, no seasonings, because I want to taste the meat. I want to enjoy the food for what it is. Now, let's not get nasty and start acting a little, you know, funny and stuff. Oh, I want to taste the meat. Yeah, no homo. But I know what you guys are thinking. It kind of popped in my mind right as soon as I said it. But, you know, I like to taste the food for what it is. I don't really season much, you know, when I go out to eat. You know, I do have my certain seasonings that I use here in my own kitchen. You know, I'm sure you guys are very familiar with it. I have like the universal seasonings here. Adobo from Goya. Cayenne pepper. I like to use a little bit of garlic and onion powders. And then that's my base seasonings, and I literally throw that on everything. And Mrs. Dash. I have a whole thing of Mrs. Dash. Different flavors. Italian herb, onion and herb, lemon pepper, etc. You can change it up and do whatever you want. Now, those are the things that you can do when you go out to eat. Make the suggestions for them, because if you do not ask, then you never won't get an answer. At least the worst thing you can get is a no. If you're scared of no's, then I'm sorry. Go ahead and eat the junk that you want to eat in the first place. But, you know, I like to keep tight. I like to keep my physique on point. I've done at least a decent job of, of staying in good shape. And this is how you do it. You know, you go out there and you live the lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. This is not something you do part-time. It is 24/7, 365. Understand that. Own it. Own the lifestyle of healthy living and exercising and eating good and feeling great. But enjoy yourself as well. You know, we all have our own cultural foods. You know, I'm Puerto Rican. Listen, I love to eat. I love to eat. I love arroz con gandules. I love plátano frito. I love tostones. I love arroz con dulce. You know, I love flan. I can keep going. I love all of these foods. These are all typical Puerto Rican foods, and I love to eat them on the daily. But you know what? I love to eat good too. And what I mean by good is, like, I like to eat the quote unquote clean foods. I like to eat, my regular rice, asparagus and beef. It tastes good to me. When you get into this and you involve yourself this for quite a while, then, you start to learn to love the food as well. I don't mind eating a bowl of oatmeal plain in the morning because for some reason I love it. When you get to that point, you'll understand. But understand that it's a lifestyle and you need to make those changes, and it needs to come every single day. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that topic. Again, if you guys have more topics to write, and we're not talking about steroids on this page, I'm going to let you guys know that right then and there, right now. Don't even start. But anything else, I'm more than open to talk about and go ahead and throw a vlog up here for you. 2 topics that were spoken on today. Danish seminar, October. We're thinking October 10th, I believe, is what Mark had told me. I'll get confirmation and go ahead and update you guys on the as soon as that happens. And the second one is, how do you go out to eat and enjoy yourself along with your friends? Again, when you're competing for bodybuilding shows, like, you don't have to sit there and bring Tupperwares around all the time. Like, it's not necessary. I do it on occasion, but I don't do it all the time. Learn a little bit. Think a little bit. Be you. Have fun with your friends. And do your thing, baby. Anyways, Chat Fitness, Jonathan Irizarry. Peace.